Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I'm your reader, Jay. These are going to be mid-April messages for the sign of Taurus. What's going on, Taurus? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Well, in terms of timelines, Taurus, I just kind of saw you. I just kind of visited with you. I did your birthday reading. I recently uploaded that. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you check that out. It would be in your Taurus playlist if you want to see that. And now we're here doing your mid-April reading. And then sometime next week, I'm going to be doing a May message for you too. So you guys got a lot of messages coming in. Let's see how much overlaps, or let's see if we get some different storylines, okay? All right, so that's your spread there. Shuffled off camera to save time. What I'm going to do now is shuffle for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying on the table face up, that is when the reading begins. Look in the description box for the timestamp if you want to jump ahead. Also down in the description box is the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. I've been making this announcement since March, and I'm going to continue on through to May. If you want to book a personal reading with me now and you like to save yourself money, I think you should do it. I think you should do it. Because in June, I'm going to be raising the price of the reading that I offer now. I'm also going to be introducing two new types of readings that I offer. So things are going to see a little bit of a change. But if you want a really in-depth, very thorough reading, at least 40 minutes worth of time for $25, that's pretty cheap. So if you've been thinking about it, I would suggest you move on that sooner rather than later, okay? All right, Taurus, let's see your outcome for this mid-April period. Oh, and I mean, I did mention I did your birthday message, but aside from that, happy birthday to you guys. If you are celebrating with your friends and family, I hope it's a wonderful time. If you're celebrating by yourself, sitting at home, eating a pint of ice cream, I hope that also goes well for you. Nothing but love and happiness from me to you, okay? All right, mid-month results. Mid-month outcome for Taurus, please. Mid-April outcome for Taurus. Whoa, there it is. Bottom of the deck is the overall. Okay. How we look on camera? Looks pretty good. Let's flip what is down here. Wow. A little bit of overlap with your birthday message. I believe these two cards were there. But let's see how this particular reading is going to play out for you. Please show me Taurus's prominent energy in mid-April. Taurus's prominent energy in mid-April, please. Wow, that was weird. Okay. Okay, here. Wow. Okay, very good. All right, coming into mid-April, Taurus, you come in with the Two of Cups. Now, the thing that happened in my quick mini meditation, where I think I said it was strange or weird, I said it was weird just now, was I had a sensory memory, like two things. I saw something and I smelled something from my past. It's very strange, I'll tell you. Maybe it's significant to somebody out there. I don't know. I think it's just for me. I'm not a Taurus, but you know, guides will give you messages whenever they damn well feel like it. But anyway, I had a memory of an old bowling alley by a house that I grew up in when I was younger. And, you know, it was like the 90s or whatever. And the smell of the place, you know, it was kind of grimy, you know, the combination of like everything a bowling alley smells like with the shoes and, you know, the arcade games and the spilled soda over the carpet, as well as back then people could smoke indoors. So it was just like this really pungent memory that I saw and could smell. I don't know if that means anything to anybody out there. If it doesn't, I apologize. But while I was getting into your energy, that just flashed in my mind. So maybe some of you have memories from your childhood that are coming up or something like that. But I was a kid. Like I was probably 9 or 8 years old when I used to like go to this bowling alley and hang out, and it was just really weird. So back to you. You come in with the Two of Cups. Well, immediately, you know, I have to do the speech of, this is the soulmate card. It is. To many other readers, it is. To me, in this instance, it might be for some of you, but I think the bigger message here for you, Taurus, is connection, 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 communication, 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 and feeling really just at home or at peace within yourself or with another person. And the reason I say with yourself is because I feel energetically you have been doing a lot of this internal work. You've been revamping or repoing your repoing. I'm sorry, not repoing. What do you call that? Oh, I always forget this word. Revamp and then I can't remember the word. It always slips my mind. But I feel that there's something about having wholeness in whatever relationship we're talking about. A personal relationship within yourself, an interpersonal relationship between you and another person, whoever that person might be. It might be your mother, might be your son, could be your best friend, could be, your partner, whoever. But there is this wholeness, like this motion I'm doing with my hand, it's like in my mind they're showing me like a sphere, a ball, and it's turning. But as it turns, it wraps tighter together. So it's like loose particles that as they turn, they become a solid ball or a solid sphere, And that's what I'm feeling for you. It's like loose pieces, adjacent pieces, come together, unite, join together. And that's kind of your focus. It's what you desire. If it's not a focus, it's what you desire. And so focus, I feel for some of you, you're actively working on this. So you might be in partnership with someone at work, or we're talking partnership with your friends or your family or your lovers. It doesn't matter. But whatever realm of partnership we're talking about, you are working to fix it. You are working to make it work. You are putting in efforts in whatever form or fashion to have a cohesion with someone else. If it's not with someone else, you're doing that with yourself. So this Two of Cups, beyond soulmate. If you want to say soulmate for yourself, if that placates you, if that makes you feel better, fine. I'm not necessarily seeing this as it has to be with a soulmate or with someone that you feel is that type of significant connection. I feel that there is an issue of harmony in your life that is, again, your focus or your desire, because you're coming from a place previous to now, Taurus, that was full of disharmony or dysfunction or things just kind of coming to an impasse and feeling stuck, feeling sort of wedged and not able to move forwards or backwards, and maybe even being adrift or, just like having no structure, no foundation. This is an attempt to make foundations. This is an attempt to make things right, to get things balanced, to get things secure and stabilized, okay? And the more significant, thank you, take it back up. The more significant part is the emotional aspect, the cups of it, okay? So water sign energy. So where previous to now you may have cut off your emotions and tried to be more logical, or someone has done that to you, this is the opening up to what is emotionally available between yourself and another person. This is opening up to being more vulnerable, being more honest from that point of your emotions, and kind of not wanting to brush it aside, not wanting to act like you don't care, not wanting to be aloof, not wanting to be disconnected. This is all about connection and cohesion, okay? Now, the way that you do that, yes, thank you. The way that you do that, and I know I just did that birthday message for you, so be sure to check it out if you haven't checked it out. So the way that you're going to be doing that for sure is with this Nine of Pentacles energy, okay? Single ladies, oh, I'm a single ladies, that whole thing. And this is about being confident and flush and really, really contented within yourself, okay? This is about being basically happy with yourself, or your own best friend, your own best support. Like, for you, Taurus, this is a card of being self-sustained, self-sufficient, and not being almost embarrassed or this is a card where I think for you, Taurus, when you hear single ladies, whether you're male or female, but the idea of single ladies, the idea of stark, unwavering independence, being somebody who stands on their own 2 feet. That all sounds well and good, but Taurus, you're a communal sign, okay? Ruled by Venus, okay? You definitely aspire to and place a lot of value on your relationships with other people. So the idea of being single ladies, being so strong, so independent, so confident, you like it, but then you also know that could deter other people from coming around you. Because as we all know, when people exude a certain amount of confidence, a certain amount of autonomy, a certain amount of independence, it can turn other people off. But the understanding, or the bigger understanding of that, is that has shit to do with you. If somebody else sees you glowing, if somebody else sees you doing well, if somebody else sees you exerting your own ideas and articulating your own point of view, and in terms of Pentacles, being financially well off or stable by yourself, not needing other people, that reveals their insecurity. That reveals their weakness. That reveals that they are not prepared to deal with someone who is as powerful, as strong, and as in control as you are. But because you want and desire to have people around you and to be communal and to build relationships and have strong bonds with people, you then water yourself down. And let me tell you, that's not how we're going forward with this. I don't feel that for many of you, some of you will, because we're all humans, we all have our own struggles. Some of you will fall back into that, shoving yourself into a corner, putting yourself into a shadow, dimming your light, dimming your energy because you want other people so badly. I'm going to be honest, some of you will do that. But if you don't want to do that, or if you feel called out right now, here's the challenge. Stand on your own. Be who you're going to be. And if people fall by the wayside, fucking let them. Just let them. Okay? Because if they're worthy, they will stay by your side. If they're worthy, they will appreciate you when you're like this. If they are not, you didn't need them. You don't need them. And you shouldn't want them. I didn't rant about it in the birthday message, but I feel it more here. I feel it a little more strongly here, is this sort of, it's an insult, really, that if you have a glow up, if you become more mature, if you become more financially stable, if you become more independent, and you become somebody who is a more fully fledged, well-defined individual, and people can't appreciate that and they become turned off by that, to hell with them. They're not valuing you the way that you have come to value yourself. And that's the thing about the Nine of Pentacles. Self-value, self-appraisal, high self-appraisal. Not because of ego, not because of being conceited. It's an honest evaluation. I may not be able to change a tire, but MFer, I can pay the bills in this house. Or vice versa. I might not be able to pay all the bills in this house. I might need a financial leg up, but guess what? I know how to fix any and every damn contraption in my own house. I'm a MacGyver in here. Whatever are your attributes, whatever you excel at, whatever you have a handle on, you recognize that. At the same time, the Nine of Pentacles does not believe themselves to lack flaws. Everybody has flaws. And this person owns them. They don't highlight the flaws. They're not like sitting there like, well, these are my flaws and I'm going to, emphasize them. No, those are my flaws. Those are areas that I need to work on. But where I'm good, where I'm sharp, and where I'm on point, oh, you best believe I'm going to put that to the forefront. So if you're a great cook, if you're a great homemaker, or a supportive wife or a supportive husband, or in the business sense, if you're really savvy, you're great at making sales, or great at making business contacts, great. If you suck at composing emails, or if you suck at doing presentations, you realize that. And you partner with people who can facilitate or fill in those gaps for you, who complement you, right? So if you are really good at making the connections at work, making the sale, getting clients on board, getting people to up their terms and contracts or renew contracts, all that good stuff, but you can't put together a PowerPoint to save your life, you are going to, or it would be it would behoove you to go work with people who can put together sharp presentations, who can take your ideas and polish them up and, pizzazz or dazzle an audience based on, do you see what I mean? So in terms of a household, if you are a cook extraordinaire. You make meals that are out of this world, but you hate laundry? Okay, start dating somebody who can do the laundry, likes to do the laundry. God knows who that person is. And it's like an exchange. It's not a tit for tat exchange. It's an appreciation and a complimentary exchange. That's how you are moving forward with that. We spent a long time talking about that, but like that's these two together, amazing. Because your focus is, I want to have that exchange. I want to have solid union with other people. I want to know who I am and come forward and present myself as a whole individual to another person. And I want that in return. Don't settle for less. I'm going to tell you that. Don't settle for less, because there is this potential to do that. There is a potential to do that. Now, you're over here flexing. You're over here shining. You're over here on your glow up. And we've got somebody nearby, Page of Swords, who's watching you. Okay? This is oftentimes described as a spy card. And I'm feeling that a little bit here. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't mean that whoever's looking at you or keeping tabs on you is that sign, but they're carrying that energy. And they're being really aloof, and they're kind of playing cat and mouse with you. They're like, they're there. You know they're there, but they're not announcing themselves, or they're not announcing why they're there. Does that make sense? So going back to the work situation, you might have somebody who's like coming by your office, stopping by a couple times a week, just shooting the shit with you. And like, you know, they're here for something else, because we don't have that type of relationship. We're not really friends like that. We're, you know, maybe acquaintances at work, you know, or they're new to the job, but they keep hanging around your office and you're like, what do you want? I'm busy, etc., etc. And I'm feeling like a slight intruder vibe, but it's like really like amateur. It's very like obvious in some cases, or it's so thinly veiled that you find it laughable. Like, we don't really have much reason to communicate with one another, yet here you come communicating with me. Here you come hanging around my office, or here you come lighting up my phone with text messages like, okay, yes, can I help you? Because you really are so focused on not only your independence, not only getting your flex on, not only getting your glow up, you're also, like I said, only interested in relationships of equality. Relationships of people coming to you with matched energy. This person not matching your energy. They might want to. They might admire that in you, but the way that they're going about it is really ass backwards. Like, if they're admiring you, if they're looking at Taurus and they're saying, oh my God, I think Taurus is so cool, or I want to be more like Taurus, or I want to have a friendship with Taurus. They're going about it weird. They're just being weird about it. And it's just like, I mean, if you want to be friends, or if you want to go out on a date, or if you want to work on a project together, say so. Like, don't just come in here on some random shit talking about the weather, you know, talking about television show. Like, you know, this person might be, oh, you see Game of Thrones? You're like, I've never watched that shit. What are you talking about? You know, oh, well, you should really watch it. Okay, that was like 5 years ago that shit started. I'm not going to start today. So is there anything else you want to talk about? So yeah, on Game of Thrones, but it's like, I don't want to talk about that. Why are you in here? Why are you talking to me about things that aren't interesting to me, or aren't really at the core of why you keep coming here? Like, this person is, they're here, but they're not here. It's like they're halfway to where you would need them to be to even get any type of connection with them. Romantic, business, I don't care what kind of Two of Cups relationship you're having with this person. Or that they want with you, or you want with them. It's not hitting. It's just not hitting. They're not up to they're not up to buff. They're not up to snuff right now. And with the Page, they're young. Maybe not in age, but they're young in terms of their behavior. They're young in terms of their energy. They are young. And you might be young too. You might have young energy too, but it's different. Like, they're naive, or they're a novice. They are immature. Okay? They just, no. I'm going to say no. With the way that they are right now, the way that they're behaving, no. You're going to have to grow up a little bit. Okay? Now, concerning that, Some of you might have history with this person. I'm getting, now that we look down at the 10 of Pentacles, you might have a past with this person. This could be an ex. This could be somebody from your childhood. This could be somebody that you've known for a few years, or excuse me, that you know from college, and now you guys are meeting up again, something like that. So there might be some history with this person. And again, their energy is young. Like, we could be talking about somebody who's in their 50s, but they act like they're a teenager, you know? And it's just like, is that really what you want in your life, Taurus? That's for you to decide. Some of you will say yes, some of you will say no. I'm going to say for now that don't put that person on ice. Like, no, whatever you're trying to do with me, whatever this is, no. I'm over here on a big time glow up. I'm over here on a big time mature, not mature as if like better than or mature in a hierarchy sense. It's more mature as in I'm calling a spade a spade. You're over here trying to play smoke and mirrors, trying to talk about something like a roundabout, like beating around the bush. Like, no, man, no. So anyway, aside from that, the history. If you don't have history with this person, there is sort of this idea of delegation. Because this came up in your birthday reading too. And it came up in the way I do birthday readings. It came up in your wish portion, what you're hoping for, what you want. And the 10 of Pentacles is about legacy. It's about having it's about having longevity and building strong foundations. Thank you. And in terms of delegation, with this person coming above it, in your eye line, you're evaluating this person in terms of if they were to keep hanging around as a friend, as a potential partner, lover, whatever, as someone new to your family, or as, you know, maybe this is like a younger cousin that you're starting to work with, something like that. It's like, I know you, but we don't have that type of relationship. Like, you're my cousin's kid or something like that. And it's just like, can I trust you? You're really evaluating, excuse me, how this person is going to plug into that 10 of Pentacles vision of yours. Because the 10 of Pentacles is either something that you already have and you wish to maintain, or you are plotting and planning for in the future. For some of you, you've got a bit of this. You know, you have a strong foundation in terms of family, in terms of finances. You have the bonds, because again, that 2 of Cups is down here as well, right alongside that 10 of Pentacles. So we're talking about very close, tight-knit bonds with people. You might already have that. And here comes this young whippersnapper trying to get in on that. Or you're trying to see, can I even place you in this picture? Do you belong here? That's up to, you know, the evaluation is yours. It's your discretion. I'm not, because it's going to be, obviously it's going to go either way for many of you. It's either going to be a yes or no. I feel, though, what I'm feeling coming from this person energetically, they're not ready. They're not ready to fit into this. And they might say they are, you know, I have great ideas, you know, yes, I if this is like a dating thing, yes, I want kids. Can you take that? Can you trust that? That might be really important for some of you Tauruses. I want to have children. And this person says, yeah, I want to have kids. They say it to be agreeable with you. They don't necessarily mean it. Or they are subject to change. Because that's the thing about the Page of Swords. Air energy. Changeable. Very changeable. Very dynamic. Okay? And it's not to say that this person is lying. In the moment, they might mean that. In 2-3 years, 10 years, they might not mean that shit. That's what I mean. So the changeability and the youngness, okay, again, pages, they're not matured into the energy of their suits. This person is not mature into the energy of the sword suit, the air element, thoughts, communication, belief systems, okay? Rationality. They haven't gone through the paces, regardless of how old they are. That's why I'm still heavily saying, no, don't do it. But you may make up your own mind, Taurus. You do what you want. So the legacy of your life and how this person plays into it is very much up for debate right now. Be cautious. Be careful and deliberate. I don't see you moving fast. You've got 2 Pentacles and a Cups card. You're not moving fast. This person might be fly by night. You know what I mean? Now your outcome for this mid-April period, you have the 8 of Cups. So, a little, no, see, that makes sense. Because I was like, you know, initially when I touch the cards and initially when I look at them, I do often get like what's traditionally like how I came to study and know the tarot, right? So Eight of Cups, you know, dejected, emotional discontent, you know, having to leave a situation that's unsatisfactory, looking for satisfaction, looking for emotional contentment, blah, 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 right? And the look of this card is a little dreary. So initially I was just like, oh no. But then I picked it up and I'm like, wait a minute now. This is progressive. This is fine. And then, of course, Eight of Cups. What are we missing to get to 10? We need 2. What's on the board? 2 of Cups. You're on your way to getting a 10 of Cups, okay? That's all this is saying. You have been journeying. You have been looking. You have been searching. You have been on a come up. You have been on a personal and emotional development that is leading you down the path towards your happiness. In the moment, as this is your outcome, it might seem a little dreary. It might seem a little not optimistic, okay? It might seem as if things aren't going your way, that you are hitting more brick walls or you are hitting points where there aren't much opportunities in terms of making new connections, of creating finite and very tight-knit relationships with people. That's okay, because remember, if people aren't about your glow up, if people are insecure around you because you are now successful or you are now more confident in yourself, to hell with those people. Let them go. Let them out. If they want to get out, if they want to step off, if they want to say, oh, Taurus, you've changed. Yeah, I have, and for the better. And if you don't like it, get the hell out of here. That's all you got to tell them. Like, I'm being abrasive Leo right now. You probably might be a little more gentler in the beginning, but if they persist, especially if they're doing like this roundabout revolving door shit in your life, if somebody is doing that to you, they come in and they're like, oh, let's do this. Maybe this person, oh yeah, I'm down with that. I agree with your goals in life. I have the same dreams too. And they come and you guys bond for a while and then they flit off because, again, page energy in combination with that air element as well makes this person a lot more flighty, a lot more flaky, okay? This person is a flake, all right? And if that's who that is and you end up feeling this way from this person, let them go. Like, the next time they step off, that's it. Let it be the end of this shit. Because, Taurus, I'm telling you, you're on a trajectory to get your comeuppance in a good way. You are in the driver's seat here. If you want the good shit, you can have it. You just have to be ready to release people, situations, emotional and mental mindsets that hold you back, that keep you stuck in some bullshit loop and not making progress, not making moves towards a better future, okay? Your overall for this time period, judgment right behind that. Yes, making judgment calls on things that have come and gone, things that keep reappearing. Yes. Now, anyway, your overall is the Three of Cups. So this is traditionally celebratory energy. It's reason to party. So being that this is mid-April and then we go into May, definitely for those of you who have celebration plans or party plans for your birthday, have a good time. Have a shot for me. If you don't want to take shots, have a drink for me. Because that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like there's this getting around people and celebrating you, or celebrating your good fortune, or celebrating the good things that are coming up in your life, or, you know, sort of taking a stand. I had a shitty 2018, or I've had a crappy last few months. I'm turning the tide. I feel like there's this intention coming from you of, I want to have a good time. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to be worried. I don't want to be, you know, sort of downtrodden or defeated. I just want to smile and have a great time. And that's great, even if it's just for a night, even if it's just momentary. Beyond that, though, I'm feeling you want, again, connection and camaraderie with people. In this sense, it's friends and family. Not so much romantic partners with the Three of Cups. But it's definitely, I want to have love and affection around me, or I want to show love and affection to other people. So you're in your shit. You're really in your element of love and affection and brotherhood and sisterhood and connectivity and having joy. Just having joy in your life is very important to you right now. And, you know, the 3 being here, you know, I am going to repeat it, because some of you may have panicked when it first came out. Oh, third-party situation. No, I'm not really feeling that. Not at all. I'm not feeling that this is something that someone needs to worry about in terms of, you know, if I choose to be with someone, whether it's the Page of Swords or anybody else, is there a chance that they're going to step out on me? Is there a chance that there's another person in the picture? I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that there's some interloping person who's here to wreck your life or throw monkey wrenches in your plan. I really don't feel that with this. And I had to address that for somebody. Like, somebody out here thinks that every time you see the threes, it means that. No, those are lies, okay? All right, guys, that is your mid-April reading. If you liked it, there is a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. You can leave comments on the video. I'm loving to see what I'm getting in. It's not much, but I love to see them come in because it really helps me as a reader, gives me a little bit of affirmation on what I do here. You can also share this video across your social media platforms, helps the channel grow. And of course, subscribe, hitting the notification bell. As you can see, I do mid-months now. I'm also going to do monthlies. I do birthdays. I'm probably going to do some randoms. I'm a little behind on the random because, you know, I'm a human being and I work a full-time job and I do this on the side. So there's only so many hours in the day. But if you want to support me and get on top of all the things that I do around here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I will be back very shortly, in a week or so, maybe even less. And I'm going to bring you May messages for the monthlies. Until then, Taurus, I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.